still are, and we will sign you up. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Those of you who are new to us, Sharon in the back, Sharon Benoit, stand up, Sharon. Hi, Sharon. Sharon is at our membership table, and we would love to have you join us as members. We are activists, fun, fired up, kick-ass, ready to go, and we need more members. We are very close to the threshold of 400 members. So, you sign up today and you could win a great prize to be our 400th member. So, you sign up with Sharon back there. We're going to talk about something in a minute, and then we're going to have some fun. As I mentioned, this is Pride Month. Got the gay flag here, the LGBTQ flag here. As a proud out gay man, I want to dedicate today to two things. One, to those of you who have been allies to the gay community. We thank you, we salute you, we need you. So here's to you, many of you in this room. There's bad stuff and there's good stuff to report. According to the Los Angeles Blade, which is a newspaper that comes out weekly in Los Angeles and in this area, these things have happened. There have been documented in 8 different businesses across America signs taped to the door that say no gays allowed. This follows the court ruling in Colorado, the wedding cake. It's been spotted at a hardware store in Tennessee, a coffee shop right outside of Atlanta, and a shop in Sacramento, California. Additionally, I was recently in Las Vegas. I don't know why I had to go to Las Vegas. I have family there. I do. But I couldn't believe what I was hearing on the TV there, because there was a young man who was with his family who came out of the Hard Rock Hotel and was attacked by 5 thugs in the parking lot who beat him while calling him a fag. A queer and a fag, and they beat him. They were arrested. They were charged with misdemeanor assault. The family wanted hate crime added onto that. The judge denied it. They posted bail of $250 each. The man was in the hospital for 4 days. That just happened. And then one more story. This is about a woman by the name of Roxana Hernandez. Roxana was an HIV negative Honduran transgender. She died on May 25th in an immigration camp in Texas. No one would help her. No one would give her the medication she needed. She was assaulted, and she died. She was 34. So, it is Pride, and it's time to be proudful of who we are, and to be proud of those who support us. In that realm, today, we want to honor someone who is extraordinary. She recently retired, sort of, as chair of Stonewall Democratic Club in Palm Springs. Today, Democrats of the Desert wants to honor her as part of our pride, and I want to ask Ruth Deborah to please come up. While Ruth is up here, I've asked Lisa Middleton to come up also, and Priscilla Richardson to come join us. We're going to talk about Lisa for a second, then we're going to talk about you. This is a very interesting magazine, isn't it? It's called Outlook. It comes out once a month, or once a season now, by the Desert Sun. This is the summer edition. And here's the big article about Lisa. Lisa Middleton, who is on the city council in Palm Springs, from Bell Gardens, East Los Angeles, with ties to Oklahoma, is here with us to honor Pride and to honor Ruth. And then I'm going to ask Priscilla to help me make a presentation to Ruth. And Lisa was very wonderfully honored just this past week by the State Assembly, and I want her to tell you about it.
First, I want to thank all of you for being here. This is absolutely an incredible turnout in June. Donald Trump, once again, has been our best recruiter. But I look forward to the day that he no longer has an opportunity to recruit on our behalf. There is absolutely no way that Ruth Deborah will ever retire from politics. And I've had an opportunity to get to know Ruth over the last few years, and one of the things that is always impressive with Ruth is how much she takes to heart the injustices that are before us. And in this week, never has it been clearer the difference between the Democratic and the Republican parties. And never has it been clearer than to look at children being pulled away from their parents in the United States of America, to know how profound the issues are. Republicans are not all monolithic. There's a conversion therapy bill that is in the state legislature today. Councilmember Holstage and I got off an elevator 2 weeks ago at State Capitol. It was a long hallway on the 4th floor. There were approximately 350 people standing in that hallway waiting to testify in front of the Senate Judiciary Committee for why it was important to preserve their right to try to convert their children. And as Councilmember Holstage and I walked down that hallway, we saw probably 2-3 dozen children standing in line. And as I walked, I looked at those children and I wondered to myself, which one of them is gay, which one is lesbian, which one is transgender, and what are their memories going to be? Currently, Assemblymember Chad Mays is neutral on this bill. How can you be neutral? State Senator Stone is not neutral. I did have the lovely privilege this week of, in the State Senate and the State Assembly, being one of 16 members of the California LGBT population that were honored for Pride Month. It was an incredible to stand in the well of the assembly, to stand in front of that podium is something I will never forget. And to be able to do so with my children and my wife, my brother and my father in the gallery is a memory that I could never have imagined. And a few minutes later, we walked over to the Senate, and then I had something else I thought I could never imagine. It was a little bit different. It was Senator Jeff Stone standing up and talking about how much he remembers George Zender as he voted for the acknowledgement of Pride Month. And I thought to myself, Joyce Silver really does have him scared. So we turned him on one vote, but let's keep working and make sure that come next year, he doesn't have a chance to make any more votes. Thank you.
Lisa, we're extremely proud of you and what you've accomplished, and what a great Democrats of the Desert member. Yes. And turning to you, Ruth. Ruth has fought, like Lisa said, every injustice anywhere. She flies all over the country to fight for rights. She's been an amazing president or chair of Desert Stonewall for 8 long years. And she's been active since she was 3 months old, I'm told. And we are proud of you as a Democrat. We are proud of you as a member of Democrats of the Desert. And I'm going to turn this over to Priscilla to make a presentation to you. Congratulations in this wonderful Pride Month, for you being with us and being who you are.
Thank you. Ruth and I have spent a lot of lovely Thursday evenings together down at Village Fest, but now she's free on Thursday evenings again. But Ruth is truly a local and national treasure, and so we want to give her this little certificate of appreciation, and I will read it. It says, Certificate of Achievement awarded to Ruth Deborah for your leadership in building the Desert Stonewall Democrats and promoting gender equality throughout the Coachella Valley. With appreciation from Democrats of the Desert, June 23rd, 2018. Thank you for everything you do and for who you are. And I'll tell you, I was behind Lisa, but I noticed that there are a few other people who responded the wrong way when she talked about Republicans and then the conversion therapy bill. I was thinking maybe there was a conversion therapy bill to free the Trumpites from the cult. That's a bill we'd support, but not the other one.
Thanks, Chris. Again, congratulations, Ruth, and here's the microphone from you. Ruth Deborah.
Thanks, Bob, and thanks to Democrats of the Desert. I really appreciate this so much. You know, as you said, our work is not done. The things that are happening are horrendous. The kids, it's awful. You know, it wasn't that many years ago that I can't remember which organization, whether it was Focus on the Family or Exodus International, had a full-day seminar at one of the local churches. And we went to protest, and we were standing out there, and I'll never forget, there was a car that drove up with a young man in the back seat, and he was just shrunk down into the seat, and obviously in pain. He did not want to be there, but he was going to be there. And I don't know if you know about these organizations, but they promote conversion. They want you to pray away the gay as if it's possible. And it's a nightmare for young people, and we have got to keep that conversion banned. It's very, very important. So on that note, thank you. I am an out and proud old lesbian. I'm 73 and still going strong. Thank you.
This is an amazing woman, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Ruth. Okay, we are, anytime you want to get ice cream, please quietly get up and get ice cream. We have a real surprise for you, and I am going to now introduce Marlene Levine, who is chair of our activist committee, along with Doris Smith over here. So, here you go. And you're in for a real treat.
First of all, I have a couple of things just before we get started on our surprise. I do want to point out that up here in the front, I have made a flyer about the numbers that you can call if there's a problem with suicide. You know, things have been pretty dismal, and there is this really growing issue with suicide. So if you want, you can come up here and grab a piece of paper and write that number down. The other thing I want to point out is, this is the month of our wonderful Vice President's birthday. And because Planned Parenthood does this, and I think it's really a great idea, you can make a donation to Planned Parenthood in his name. And they will send him a thank you. So you can come up here and get the information and write it down, and make sure that you send a nice little donation in his name. And one more thing. After we finish our little surprise here, we will be selling those wonderful tickets again, 3 chances for $1, and Dory will be here to help me. And with that, now I'm going to proceed on with what we're doing. So I'm going to go over here and sit down. That's fine. So this is story time. Once upon an April in a little town not so far away called the Kingdom, a man and his wife were watching a TV show called Last Week Tonight. The star of the show was a comedian named John Oliver. John announced that a very unpleasant vice president named Mike Pence was releasing a book for Easter about his family bunny. John, being clever and wily, decided he would launch his own bunny book called Marlon Bundo. As he read the book to his audience, he displayed all of the wonderful pictures, and then he announced that all of the proceeds would go to equality. The man and his wife loved it, so the next day they ordered 2 copies. But the books had completely sold out on the very first day and had to be reprinted. The books finally arrived about a month later, and now we would like to share with you Marlon Bundo.
And I want to ask you to please stay very quiet and stay very focused. And turn off your cell phone.
Well, hello, everybody. Well, my name is Marlon Bundo, and I'm a bunny rabbit. Well, more like a bunny rabbit, yeah. And I live with my mom and my grandma in this old stuffy house on the grounds of the U.S. U.S. Naval Observatory. That's because, well, my grandpa is the vice president. You know, his name is Mike Pence. Oh, but this story isn't about him because he isn't very fun. Well, this story is about me because I'm very, very fun. Well, this is about my very special day. Well, my very special day started out like every other day, all alone. and then I ate a very fine bunny breakfast all alone, and then I watched the news. Well, all alone. You see, sometimes old stuffy houses can be very lonesome. Well, after breakfast, I hopped over to the garden and looked at all the flowers and said, hello down there to the bugs. Hello there, Phil. Hello there, Dennis. And that's when I saw him. Oh, he was big and fluffy bunny with the floppiest ears and the bushiest tail. Oh, he was bunny beautiful. Well, I just stood there. I didn't know what to do. But just being near him made me feel like my heart was still happy. Hi, my name is Marlin, I said. But my family calls me Botus. It's short for Bunny of the United States. Well, it's a long story.
My name is Wesley, and my family calls me Wesley.
Oh, well, Wesley and I hopped together all around the garden. We hopped over the daisies.
We hopped over tiny carrots that weren't ready to grow up and be bunches yet.
And we hopped over Phil and Dennis.
Once we had hopped over through every part of the garden, we didn't want to stop hopping.
So we hopped into that old stuffy house.
We hopped up and down the creaky stairs and made beautiful creaky stair music together. We hopped through the kitchen and maybe left a few bunny prints.
Oh, we hopped through even really boring meetings with very boring people. And it was a very good hop. In fact, it was the best hop. And I realized something when I hopped with Wesley. Well, that old stuffy house didn't seem so lonely anymore. And, well, at the end of our hop, I said to Wesley, Wesley, I don't want to hop without you ever again.
That's funny, because I never want to hop without you, Marlon Bundo, ever again. We will get married and hop together.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Phil and Dennis, the bugs.
Hello, Pumpernickel, who is a badger, and Scooter, who is a turtle.
Oh, hello, Dill Prickle, who's a hedgehog, and Mr. Paws, who is a very good dog.
Hello, all of you.
We are getting married so we can hop together
Forever.
Hooray! That was from our friends, Phil and Dennis, the bugs,
And Pumpernickel, who is a badger, and Scooter, who is a turtle.
and Dill Prickle, who is a hedgehog, and Mr. Paws, who is a very good dog.
Hooray!
That's what friends say.
Wait! You can't get married.
Oh, we looked around and saw that scary voice came from the stink bug. Let me tell you about the stink bug. The stink bug was in charge. He was important. None of the other animals could quite work out why he was important or why he was in charge. But he was. And that meant he handled everything. He made the rules. And that meant the animals had to listen to him. And this is true. This is true. He was very stinky.
Boy bunnies don't marry boy bunnies. Boy bunnies have to marry girl bunnies.
But this is the bunny I love.
And this is the bunny I love. Just being next to Wesley made me feel a little braver.
Too bad! Woo! I am the stinkiest, and I'm important. I'm the stinkiest and I'm in charge. Boy bunnies marry girl bunnies. Girl bunnies marry boy bunnies. That's the way it's always been. You are different, and different is bad.
Oh, all the other animals whispered nervously amongst each other. Pumpernickel the badger finally came forward.
I am different too. I eat my bread crust first.
Then Bill Prickle the hedgehog said,
I'm different too. I read the ends of books before I read the beginning. To make sure they're not too sad.
Oh, Mr. Paws, the very good dog, said,
I'm different too. Sometimes I sniff butts, and I don't know why.
then Scooter the turtle spoke up.
Everyone is different. And different is not bad. Different is special.
Wait a minute. We get to decide who is in charge. We get to decide who is important. We can vote.
oh, yes, and that was Mr. Paws. He's a very good dog, and a very smart dog. And on this very special day, all the animals voted on who they wanted to be in charge.
They chose not the stink bug.
Hooray!
The stink bug got 1 vote. Not the stink bug got 8 votes.
Hooray!
No! Boy bunnies can't marry boy bunnies. That's the way it's always been.
You are not
You're not in charge. You're not in charge.
Wesley and I got married.
We had 2 handsome grooms, otters named Muffins and Cubby.
And a flower mouse named Hiccup. And, oh, we ate and drank and danced.
The Hokey Pokey. Bill Prickle was especially good.
And the ceremony was performed by a cat named Pajamas, who brought her wife to the reception. And after we drank and danced, we went home.
Together. We have to get some sleep, Marlon. Tomorrow we leave on our bunny moon.
Because it doesn't matter whether you're a girl bunny or a boy bunny, or eat your sandwich forward or backwards.
Stink bugs are temporary.
And
Love is forever.
Let's thank our actors. Let's see, Jimmy was the badger, Jimmy Thomas. Bill Simpkins was Mr. Paws, the very smart dog. Pam Simpkins was Scooter, the turtle. Kathy Snyder was Dill Prickle, the hedgehog. And our main actors, Rupert Smith, the stink bug himself. Dan Graff played Wesley. And Don Shalufo played Marlon Bundo. And he was our director. So I really hope you enjoyed it. We all hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Come back up here. Come back up here. Up here. I'm proclaiming the 3 of you married. How's that for transform? Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a school now. I want you to take a bow. Thank you so much for doing this for us. Here's the book that they just read to you that is a bestseller and making people in Washington, D.C. and other places very nervous. Marlene's going to come back up because some of you bought or donated, you didn't buy it, you donated tickets, and we have 2 of these books, 3 of these books, to give to you as gifts for being here today. So we're going to have the drawing for the opportunity to get a book. And we're going to take a 2-minute break. It's only 3:30. We'll be out of here very shortly. Do you want to take a break or not? No? Okay, no. We want to give you another minute or two to buy tickets or to donate to win one of these amazing books. So while we do that, how many people are on the list to make announcements, Kim?
Just one.
We have one person, yes. Lanny, come on up. If you want to donate to win one of these 3 amazing books, they're very well illustrated. It's a beautiful story. It was beautifully acted out. Come on up here, and Lanny's going to make an announcement.
Thank you. I'm the new editor of the Riverside County. My name is Lanny Swarglow, and I'm the new editor of the Riverside County Democratic Party monthly newsletter. And I'm going to be inviting you to subscribe to it. I would like to point out, if you didn't know it, that the Riverside County Democratic Party is the 4th largest county political party in the state of California. And out of 3,031 counties in the United States, the Riverside County Democratic Party is the 11th largest county political party in the entire country. So, since you want to stay in touch with the 4th and the 11th largest county political party, I have here, I put some of these on your tables. These are your thing. You subscribe to our newsletter. I know everybody just wants to get more stuff into your email basket, but this is only going to come once a month on the first day of every month. I think you will find it very interesting. It's not a puff piece for the Democratic Party. It is a forum for Riverside County Democrats to explore the issues, and there's some really hot and heavy issues in every one. So if you have filled one out already, I'll come around and pick it up. If you haven't, I'll drop it off. You can fill it out now. You can also go to riversidecounty.democrats.org/newsletter and subscribe on the net. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lanny. I hope you heard him. Riverside County Democratic Party is on fire, so we need to support the Riverside County Democratic Party. Okay, here's Deborah Goldberg.
Thank you. Andy Colgan, this is primarily directed to you because I think this is something that Dr. Reeves could help with. Everybody's concerned about the immigrant children who have been taken from their parents and they're having difficulty matching them up. Facebook has the technology, facial recognition technology. They can communicate privately between some of these refugee organizations and Catholic charities and all the other agencies that have been sending these kids. But they can take photos of those kids. Many of the parents have photos of their kids. They can virtual private network communication. They can keep it, you don't want the public having kids, kids because that could open up, kids to other problems with predators and what have you. But I think you should, Facebook should be basically challenged to help solve the problem, to match the parents with the kids. They did enough damage during our election, so they can make up for it now.
Thank you, Deborah. Here's Megan. Megan is our new program chair on our board.
Hi guys, I have an announcement. This is my daughter Hollis, and she insisted that we drive back from Arizona early so we wouldn't miss the ice cream social because you were all her new best friends, as she declared. And she would like everybody to wish her a happy birthday. Her birthday is on Monday and she'll be 5 years old.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, dear Holly.
DOD and the state party and our candidates were running. At the last DOD meeting we attended, a lady asked and said she heard Gavin Newsom was going to be in the valley, and nobody could answer her question. In fact, I thought she was put off and treated rather rudely. But anyway, then I read next week that Gavin Newsom had in fact been at the Mizell Senior Center, and I would love to have been able to go. So, I mean, we need this communication ahead of time. It'd be great to know when Democrats are going to be in the valley so we can go and support them. So just a suggestion, we need an improvement in communication to let us know when people like Gavin Newsom are going to be here. So maybe we can work on it.
Great. Just a comment on that, to that point, timing is everything. The afternoon in which that lady asked about Gavin Newsom's meeting, a blast came out probably about 1 hour before that question as to where the meeting was going to be. Progressive News put out a meeting blast, I think, either the next day that he was going to be at Mizell Senior Center. So it was a pretty closely guarded secret, you might say, or at least closely held information, because actually nothing was finalized till the last minute. So our apologies for not maybe getting that information 1 hour before the meeting, but sometimes these things happen. We don't always have it right up to the very minute, but you're right. It's important for us to get the communications out. We have a communications director, Kim Ronstrom, who's going to take care of that. We are on Facebook, website, you name it, we're going to be on that platform. Plus, Progressive News puts out constant messages out. So, to your point, is very valid.
We need to be there to support our candidates.
That's right. You're absolutely right. That's right. And because this club represents the entire valley, not just one. Okay, Mr. President.
This is Bill Simpkins, our Vice President. Again, your point well taken. We did not have correct information to give out that day, and she interrupted the meeting. That's why we have this new system that if you have something you want to say, an announcement to make, that's why we have this new system. So we encourage you to do that. As you see, we get a very good turnout at our meetings. We have been averaging 120 to 150 every Saturday, fourth Saturday of the month. It's impossible to conduct a meeting with people shouting out at me, and I will not accept it. That's why we have this sign-up sheet. You can sign up, you can make an announcement, and that way we can give correct information to people. We also have our website, desertdemocrats.org, and Kim is really good at posting things on it. So we want to work with you. Point well taken, but we've got to I have to have some order here, and I'm sure you appreciate that. We have one more person.
So far, one more. And this is open until everybody leaves. So if an idea comes to mind right now while you're sitting around, come up and sign up and make an announcement. We say 1 minute. We really don't bring the hammer down in 1 minute, but we like to keep it brief. This is Eleanor Rourke from an organization you know you're aware of, Courageous Resistance.
Thank you. I am here to invite you as a facilitator. We are a grassroots organization of approximately 1,100 activists, and we're holding a rally in solidarity with the Families Belong Together rally that is happening in Washington, D.C., and we would love it if you would join us. The response to this has been incredible. I'm getting emails from all sorts of members of the community who are coming on board as activists, as you all are, and I believe it's going to be a great event. We want it to be uplifting. They'll be fantastic. We've got great speakers lined up, and you should be able to leave with a clear idea of some things that we can do to moving forward to change our situation. So thank you very much. And June 30th, Saturday morning, Francis Stevens Park. Bring water with you, dress comfortably, bring a sign if you'd like, 10 a.m. Thank you. Palm Springs. June 30th.
Thank you. That's exactly what we need. And that's why we've set up this system. Anybody else have an announcement to make? An announcement. Okay, we also want to thank you, Kim?